Hello, welcome back to Carrier Studios, Remnant Lunar Archon. Hope you're having a lovely night. We're on a little bit of a shorter time tonight, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Chris was going to give us the recap for session 127, and we are on to session 128. As you were, my good sir.
All right. So yes, we were trying to see what was going on with Grace and Gambit, and Gambit decided to go ahead and at least appear as if he was following through on it, and worked with Duran to get the right stuff to make a picnic, and then Duran just left well enough alone and went off on his own thing to do with the people he loves, the leather worker and the weaponsmith, and seems like Gambit and Grace had a good time or a good enough time, and then Gambit ended up interacting with Tria once more, and decided that the best thing to tell Tria was, "No, Tria, I don't want your kindness yet. You go ahead and hold off." And so now Tria is going to wait 3 days to tell us what Tria was going to tell us right then. And so we went to bed, and we're waking up fully rested, and we changed some spells and the ring, and Thicket and Duran definitely, if not the players, the characters. I don't know what the combination might be, but the two of us definitely were enjoying all of the shenanigans, with lots of laughter from the both of us that I remember.
I think everyone's just having a good
So
time.
yeah, if I missed anything of any other importance, then I'm sure Micah will fill it in.
No, I think that's most of it. I mean, there was a lot of time spent on Gambit, preparing for the date, going on the date. Things afterward, you were told that in 3 days, on the night of Tuesday the 5th, um, as I believe it is now moving into the morning of Sunday. Yes, it is moving into the morning of a Sunday, the 3rd of September in the year 417 post schism. Midnight on Tuesday the 5th is when Gambit will given the truth about the statue that will lead to their doom, or the truth about the statue that will lead to their doom if pursued. Is that right? Yes.
Yeah,
So
it was which statue,
would
which
lead to
statuette was the bad one.
Yeah, I was trying to make sure I fully understood what I was reading there for a second. Um, yeah, so as you
No,
all
yeah,
would
no, you did good.
you all would wake up on the 3rd on that Sunday, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a long rest. If anyone needs to change up spells and things, now is the time to do it before y'all get going. What would the party like to do as you all come to as Gambit sits up and is aware of the dream that just that just happened with Tria, as she seems to like to enjoy showing up in the middle of the night in a false universe, whatever you want to call it. Everyone awakens. Whatever time y'all would like, 6 a.m., 7, 8, 9, noon.
Did you want to adjust the cover of Moonlight and spells that were stored in it? Did you want to change that at all?
I was going to let you type in the differences. I can if you'd like, but you should be able to edit the parentheses there. To change it, I believe you wanted a number of healing spells, and maybe it was like vitality, or maybe it was
we were doing the one. It's the 3rd level one. What's the 3rd level one? Does it cover Moonlight, or is it
Aura Vitality?
So Aura Vitality, and I believe you put 2 levels,
and then it's
your Luck Breaker thing.
Silvery Barbs.
That one.
Yeah. Aura of Vitality, and then I will call after 2x Silvery Barbs. Okay. All right, and then lock and load it. All right, good deal. Okay.
If I have the blue marks means that it's empty on my ammo, right?
Yeah, blue mark means it's been used. The empty ones are the ones that are not marked. So for your revolver,
Cool.
you've used 4 of the 19 shots, it looks like. So we could change the number of bullets in your inventory to 15,
15.
and then unmark those ones that are there. And those should be your +1 bullets, and you have 7 standard.
Okay, cool. I can't think of anything that I'll need.
What would the party like to do?
We're going to rescue the dad soon, right? Gron's father?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna be checking.
What were you gonna say, Sam?
I was just trying to think what our current goal was. Where is Goran's father where we need to rescue him?
South, right?
Southeast.
I mean-
believe.
Yeah,
Feldspar?
southwest.
Oh, Lahar.
No, it's Lahar. It's almost due south, but it's technically southwest.
Very slightly west. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's like 60 miles west, but a lot more south.
Yeah.
Are we teleporting or
Yeah.
we okay?
Yeah, the idea was
Yeah, it's about 4,000 miles
that
away.
Sasha can zip us over there,
Tip tap.
and then because Thicket knows the trees, Thicket can bring us back.
I mean, you don't want to walk 4,000 miles, or walk.
No.
This is not the Hobbit.
And you'll make us roll for encounters, and we'll have to fight so many Grim.
It's fair. It is good to avoid Grim. So is that what the party's doing? Are y'all trying to go get to Sasha and get ahead and Yellowport?
I'm ready. If everyone else is.
YOLO.
Yeah. So none of us know about the 3-day alert, so it makes it. There's no reason for us to even have a whole discussion about whether or not we need to wait here or not. So yeah, I think it would
Yeah,
be just
well, I'm pretty
Alright, we're
sure
all
Tria
ready, we're
can
prepared.
travel 4,000 miles, so I don't think it will matter to her.
yeah, she's a face spirit. I'm not super worried about that anyway. But it, just saying, the conversation could theoretically exist. So yeah, we're gonna go bother her. I'm pretty sure that she said that she was fine with it previously, that she won't be able to get us right into the palace, but she can get us like into like the plaza area or something. I thought she said something like that.
Something like that.
Alright.
Well, let's go.
To the library.
You head to the library. You'd be able to find. I mean, they know you at this point. They would let you in. You'd be able to request Trio after a few minutes. Would be able to end her lesson. We'll say it's 8 a.m. as she sees you. Yes. What can I help you all with? It's about your request from yesterday.
Ron looks at everybody, makes sure, and then, yes, if that's still all right, we would love the opportunity to see exactly what it is my uncle desires or requires of me to settle this whole situation with my father, and maybe even potentially go about rescuing my mother. You know, hooray, family!
You're all ready then? As you've seen her do a number of times before, she ushers you all into the center of the room before taking her broom and gently sweeping around you. As she finishes getting to the end, there is a swirl of dust and mist around the exterior of this circle. After a few moments, it falls back to the ground. And you see that you are no longer in her study. You find yourself in a well-made room with a stone flooring. Looks to be fairly well carved stones and a magic circle set upon the base of the room. The different walls do look to mostly be this painted wood color. There's been wood that has been painted well, and you see on a few different ones tapestries and even a couple of spears just mounted on different parts of the wall. There is a singular door sitting in front of you. It is a fairly dark
I check
room.
for traps.
Check for traps. Roll investigation. Sam, you can't really see. It's dark in here.
That's sad.
No. I'll cast light on.
Well, no. You don't need to
Take a
cast
tap.
light. I have swords that light up.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. I would just pull out my moonlight sword.
He's a
It's
grown man.
Dim light for 15 feet.
That's a little bit of light. Jocelyn, it does occur to me you should have had disadvantage.
What?
Fortunately, you're
Why?
reliable anyway. You dropped an 8 anyway. Because it
Why
was
would I have
dark.
disadvantage?
It was dark.
Do I not have dark vision?
You do, but I'm pretty sure that
Can I see everything in grayscale? Unless it's magical darkness. Is it magical darkness?
it's not. Plus, since you're picking a lock, it would be. Well, no, you're not. You're investigating. With the grayscale and everything, it would be more difficult to see things. But with that investigation, it would seem that it is not particularly. There's no evidence of traps or anything you can find.
Okay.
Even Mothman gets disadvantage in the dark.
Even Mothman gets disadvantage in the dark.
No.
He's too busy looking for lamp.
Okay.
He loves lamp.
He does stuff like-
I open the door stealthily.
You go to open the door, and the knob is not turned.
It's
no.
locked. Okay, hey, John, can you bring your sword over here?
You said it's locked?
Yeah, but I just need your sword over here for the light.
Oh.
I cast light on
open the
Duran's
door.
hat.
No, don't. Okay.
Fine, I'll cast it on a coin and I'll put that coin in my pocket. There we go. Now there's no light.
That's yay. That's all we need. Okay, can I pick the
Ron's
lock?
got a pocket full of sunshine.
But wait, I need the coin really fast.
I'll come over there and
Okay,
give you
okay.
some light.
Thanks.
So I could just unlock
So much
magic.
shenanigans.
But
I
whatever.
feel like a dad when he's working on the car at night. No, hold the light still. All right, I picked the lock.
You go to pick the lock.
Oh.
You can go ahead.
How
and
many
make a pistol
messengers does it take to open a door?
Investigate to open the door. Go ahead
Can
and
I
make the
roll?
lock. You can check, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it doesn't take you but a few moments as you're able to fiddle with it before you hear the soft click. The door is unlocked.
Okay. I open it stealthily. Put the coin away.
I put the coin away.
Make a stealth check
Or
as you open the door and look out into what you find is a hallway.
oh no.
Fortunately, you're reliable. Despite doing terrible for you, it's still very, very quiet. As you look out into a small hallway, you open this double door that you can now see. It's kind of a wooden oak color. You look out into what is a hallway, going left and right from where you are, as well as the door in front of you. You can peek off to the side, barely able to see from where you are. There's what looks to be a guard standing on each side of the doorway. They're in relatively simple, kind of blue battle robes. So you expect that underneath is probably some level of armor, maybe a chain shirt, hide armor, some kind of medium level probably. Which I know I just mentioned a medium and a heavy, but you know, still. Let's see, medium armor.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe chain shirt, breastplate, something of the like. Maybe scale mail even, or a habergeon. Beneath these kind of blue robes that have this kind of lightning emblem upon them. Or rather, this lightning design cascading throughout it in this white on the blue. Each of them holding a spear, in their offhand a small shield. They keep watch. The walls themselves, there's it is a fairly simple wooden hallway that you're looking through and into. There is sewn, particularly along the flooring, in different support beams throughout the hallways, both ways, and carpet on the floor. Not carpet rugs. Pathing across the stone. Similar blues and browns. What would you like to do?
Gambit is getting. There's only one guard, right?
There are two. There's one on each side.
Dang it.
What? Do we know what room we're trying to get to?
No.
Oh, well, that makes things more difficult.
I closed the door quietly again, and I am going to make a plan. Hey guys, there are two guards. We gotta figure out where we're going, and we gotta do it stealthily, right? Do we all agree to be stealthy?
I mean,
So we have to.
we're here to find out what my uncle wants, right? So why can't I just?
Yeah. Okay.
I've got to go see my uncle, figure out about my father. So I mean,
you
do we
just
really
wanna
need to be
do
doing
it
all
out in
this
the open.
extra?
Okay.
I mean,
Sure,
are we
you
allowed
can
to
do-
do here though?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay.
Oh.
We're gonna find out,
then-
Why are we
right?
kicking
I mean,
her
that's the
out?
whole point.
Why didn't we walk into
Okay.
the front door then?
I don't know. But
No, we
Gambit's
got
still gonna
teleporting.
hide. He's not here. Gambit is not here.
Fine, have fun, bud. I'll try to make distractions for you. I will open the door dramatically with the most Chadley, whatever, bro thing. I don't know, like just over the top, I guess. Extra. As I open,
Read
fling it
all
open.
about it.
Good day, gentlemen. Or, yeah. Hello, I am looking for my uncle. I
Immediately
am
as
Grand
you step
Evenstar.
out,
I believe my father is being.
Immediately as you step out, the two of them shift into battle stance as they turn toward you, shields up, spears held out. Who are you? How did you get out of
Well,
the
that
shields?
much was expected.
As I just said I'm RWBY-inspired, looking for my uncle. He is the Lord of Lahar. He, I believe, is expecting me. My father is in the palace somewhere. Anyway, he was expecting me. He has invited me. I have brought a few of my compatriots. Should he have need of us for anything, perhaps you've heard of the messengers, etc., etc. This is my faithful friend, Jackie. Is any of that ringing a bell? I'm
Make a
sure that there was at
persuasion
least a note passed along somewhere. Hey, my... Sounds good. Let's go.
They hesitate for a few seconds and then lower their weapons. Yeah, spoke about the messengers and Gorwyn, or Frioric's son. Come along, this way. As one of them
So-
points and nods to the other who stays by the
Delightful,
room.
thank you.
Nice.
Would you like me to walk
Let's go.
in front or
It doesn't
behind?
matter.
Do you have a preference?
I mean, I have to lead you, so I suppose
Very well.
I'll
Sounds good. When there looks to be a moment that everybody's out of the room except for Gambit, I will have Jackie go do like a beg sort of situation on the, i.e., I hope he likes animals, and is distracted so that Gambit can get out, since Gambit wants to pull shenanigans right now.
Yeah, but okay, sure.
Sure. Jackie runs.
If the guy's
over.
standing right there, you're not gonna.
Jackie runs over
So,
and
like-
starts to try and interact with the person. Roll a charisma check on her behalf.
Will do.
What's Gambit trying to do at this moment?
Gambit is just like hiding in the shadows. I'm sure there's like paintings and statues and stuff like that, and he's just blending in and finding the places where the light, is not quite as bright and dancing around the periphery of the guards.
Fair enough.
I don't know why, but it's not working, so I'm gonna just manual.
Strange. Okay, that works. Are you trying to drag her? I guess you manual, so it still end up being a 60, funnily enough. Yeah, after a few seconds, she would be able to.
Well, the 16 was the charisma, and I was trying to do the thing, but she gets +3. But anyway.
As she barks up toward him and acts cute in front of him, he does crouch down and pet her for a few moments,
Yeah.
seeming to enjoy the little dog. And Gambit with.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Come on, Jackie. No, I know. He's a nice friend. Yeah. I'm helping to sell the con.
1 second, I have to close the door. The cat's bothering me.
No worries.
For the record, I'm not closing the door with the cat on the other side. I'm closing a door that she was trying to get into and almost knocking over a painting. But it's fine. We're good. Do. Yes. You want to keep your same stealth, Gambit? Your minimum possible
That's
stealth?
fine. Or I can re-roll if you'll let me, but
Sure, if you want to.
it's up to you. I think,
Go ahead,
what's the
re-roll.
worst that could happen?
That's the worst that could happen. If you're not one, I will ignore.
One more point!
I had one more. +1.
One more point.
+1. That's funny.
Hey, better than 23.
The guard leads you through the hallways. It looks like you are toward the exterior, as you do see windows as you pass by. You seem to be on the exterior of this complex. The door you came out from was actually toward the inside, and you would assume the door that you saw across the hall would have been to the exterior, maybe some kind of sitting area or battlements or something else. But you see several windows looking out. You are currently getting a south view as you see in the distance beautiful sea as far as the eye can quote unquote see. So I do need to roll the weather, so let's roll some spring and fall weather, shall we? Oh, in that case, it's actually you can't see far into the distance. There is heavy rain coming down outside. You can barely see to the edge of the island down below.
It's proper on a southern island.
You can barely see to the edge of the island down below, which does look like it heads off to the east for a while. But looking outward, you would be able to see the sea down from this complex you're at. Down, you also see, looks like this on the northern end of a city. As you see down, cascading down this large hill, not quite a mountain, that this place seems to be on top of. As he leads you through these hallways, a mixture of this fairly well-treated wood and stone, you would eventually come to a kind of a foyer entryway, opening up. He would lead you to several benches in the front. I'll go tell Dorwin that you're here. He'll want to meet you out here, I think. It may take me a few minutes to find him.
As you see fit.
Alright, don't cause
No worries. I'll just mill about.
He nods and heads
I
off.
believe they call it loitering, right? I looked at everybody else. Not exactly the most jovial of sorts, are they here? That doesn't bode well, but all right.
They are guards.
A lad can dream, you know. I mean, you know, surely there's got to be some guard somewhere who has a positive humor, you know. Has got a good outlook on life. Like, yeah, I love to protect my city. I'm from here. I love it here. I love the people, you know.
For a few minutes, there would be a loud striking sound as a door would open. Outward walking your uncle Gorwin, his relatively familiar dark kind of robish outfit, bands on his arms, his white hair partially pulled back, a bit of it swinging down the front of his face. The blue tattoos stretching down his arms and partially on his face is some darker complexion, as you would see Gorwin. This is a new image for y'all, as I replace the previous image of Gorwin I have.
Yeah.
As he steps out. Garand! Pleasure to see you.
Yep.
Welcome to my home.
Hello, dear uncle. Thank you.
Well, we're about to have breakfast. If
So
you'd like to
we're
come
here.
and
Hello.
join us.
Okay. Yes.
I told Bjork to wait. He doesn't quite know you're here yet. Do you have any surprise for him you'd like to give? I think he'll be delighted
I'm
to
gonna
spend
horribly-
with you.
You failed this, I'm sure, but
Plus,
I want to make an insight check on why.
On what?
I try on him being like, I told him to wait. Oh yeah.
Seems to be the case. Doesn't really seem up or down.
Okay. I guess it's
that's your dad, right? What's his name? Remind me of your dad's name.
all right. No. Yeah.
It's
Bjork. Beorc.
Okay. Okay.
For York, I thought it was FriorYk.
Oh, well, never mind. Maybe.
Curious. Let me go back to our messages and search for the last name.
You spell it now.
Am I the only one that keeps hearing
Regardless, my
No.
bad. That's my.
Chris getting cut off?
Yeah, it sounds like his mic is dropping.
Yes. I found it. This for your quote the message. Reply to the message in our thing. For your dad. And you are cutting off occasionally. I don't know if that's a mic issue. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. So where's Gambit going?
If he can, he would like to go like outside on a balcony somewhere. As soon as he sees like Gorwin's presence, he's like, I'm out of here. He just doesn't want to run into him, so he wants to know where he is. If he can, like, go outside and get like as much as he can out view of like the layout of it and see if there's like wings or something, like more of like a residential kind of side to the castle.
Sure.
And then go there.
You having followed them out to the front opening area, there is the main front doorway. You're also in a large foyer that he is now leading them through the main step, through a kind of a main hall. There are staircases up either side, left and right from the doorway.
That your thing's not connected? Your computer? Thanks.
From the left and right. You chance it. I mean, you're not exactly sure where, but if go ahead and make an investigation check to just look around.
Okay.
Right, find an exit, unless you want to leave through the front door.
Oh, that was almost a natural 20, and then it rolled over to the 2. That was so unfortunate.
Yeah, it wouldn't take you too long before you'd be able to find on the second floor an easy outward balcony that you open this door to, this glass doorway, and out into the heavy rain outside. You begin to be pelted with water.
Nice. What do I see? Kind of like going out to the furthest on the balcony and then kind of like peeking back.
So you're trying to get
I
an
imagine
idea of the complex itself.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't imagine I can get very much, but if I can get like see like a residential wing kind of.
So it is a fairly wide, not too tall of a home. I say home. Kind of a wooden and stone castle sort of location. Words.
Like a Baroque mansion kind of deal?
Kind of. It's more similar to that. And it's got, I would say it's got more like Viking style. It's not really Viking style, but it has a slightly curved angular roofs that go on the four sides of the building, tapering down to the corners, with kind of a central upper level. On the map of Vacuo, it is far to the south. It is the next to southmost city. On the hook is what the
it's on an
body
island.
of water.
Oh, Lahar.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Lahar.
Yeah. It's
That's
it's
really
hard
what I
to
was
keep
getting
in
at.
your mind because it's so down there.
Okay, cool.
It falls off my mental map.
Lahar is south. Castle is on the north side of this city, or this town. Yeah, it's a nice Baroque style mansion, I suppose, with the angular roofings
But-
and 4 major
Right.
subsections.
Like in layout. But it's got more of a Viking style,
Yeah.
stylistic.
Yeah.
I got
Especially
you.
to the
I got
roof.
you. That's a good description. I like it. Okay.
And it's not too closed off. There are some elements of, as it is kind of alone on top of this hill, a couple of different kind of battlements leading up the hill, where it looks like it would be some good defensive spots against any kind of invader, as well as being high enough to being like out of reach of like ship-based siege weaponry, which seems to be fairly important for an island stronghold.
Yeah. Okay. Do I see like anything that would help me,
Go sit across the drain.
for residential?
From
Or
the
is it
exterior, there's
just-
not a lot of clarity.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Your best
I'm
guess would
just like-
probably be you see toward the back there is a section of kind of a tiered garden corner that steps down and has several like flattened out areas with trees and flowers that go up and down this hill slightly. With the exception of this garden, it's not a ton of clarity on where the residential side would
Okay.
be.
Okay,
Those on the
Gambit's
inside.
gonna go towards the garden because, remind me, when Thicket did the scrying, that was told to the entire party, right? On the father with the
It was relayed.
blindfold. Okay, it was relayed to the whole party. So Gambit would know that the father would likely. There is evidence that the father would be in an open kind of space, even though it's raining. So he's gonna go to the garden and look for like. Oh my word. What is that? Not a gondola. That's not even. Yeah, no. Well, like
Gazebo?
a
Gazebo.
gazebo. Thank you. A gazebo, yeah.
Sure. Once you head over there, those on the inside. There's the occasional guard, but without even really taking a look back, Gorwyn leads you down a hallway and off to a couple, not really a couple of hallways, it's like 2 hallways down before he would eventually get to a large double door. Did you say there was anything you wanted to do to surprise your father? Or just go inside?
Yeah, I think alive.
I think you'll be quite happy to find that.
And together is a great surprise.
And it is. As he opens the door before you all, is there anything the rest of you all are doing, by the way, on the way to this?
I have my eye on his uncle.
You're looking for anything in particular?
Him being creepy and suspicious.
I imagine Thicket's just like constantly insight checking.
Yeah. Vibe check. Constantly.
Go
Every
ahead and vibe check
second.
into the tower.
Yeah, I kind of want to vibe check too here.
Go ahead and both of you vibe check into the tower. John, you get an odd, kind of bad vibe from him. He's hard to read. He's shifty looking. He seems almost too overly excited. Thicket, he seems relatively excited. I mean, he seems not over the moon or anything, but he seems to be pleasantly happy. He gives you the feeling of someone who is giving a friend a gift. As the doors opened, it would be a fairly large dining room. I say, well, fairly small for the lords you've seen. Larger than a standard dining room, for sure. That opens up. There's a servant on the side who is currently pouring a cup of coffee into a tall, thin elven woman with this kind of golden blonde hair, who is currently getting what looks to be coffee poured into her cup by the maid, the servant. As she looks toward you all, you would see across from her, actually, yes, across from her, a fairly young boy who looks younger than his teens for sure, maybe tweens area. Elven boy who is dressed fairly well, his hair cut back a kind of a platinum blonde, and a relatively slim face, who is looking over at the woman as the coffee is being poured, as he is poking his what looks to be sausages and fruit and some other things off to sitting down the way toward the other end, cutting into what looks to be this omelet of sorts, is this older looking man with just wearing some fairly simple clothes, boots and brown trousers, and this long green shirt, this gray hair, and this fairly full beard. He wears around his face this brown blindfold, as you would see this man.
Cool.
It's Kanan.
Hmm?
Star Wars.
Yeah, it does look like Kanan. Well, no, it doesn't look like Kanan, but vibes of Kanan.
Yes.
For sure.
Have you returned with whatever your surprise was, Gordon? I have, brother-in-law. Well, he gestures over to you and over to Prior. Prior faces that direction. Can you hear and speak, Chris? Chris? Do you live?
Christopher.
Christoffen.
Oh,
He lives.
He lives? There's a bit
Maybe.
there for a second. Leaving the call and joining again. See if that happens. Don't know if it will, but it's worth a shot. I disconnected. Hopefully we'll rejoin. Some days the weather's funky and that's just how it be, you know?
Are there ample spots at the table?
Yes, there are a number of seats available. At the time, it looks like this is a more personal table. As you've seen, sometimes royalty have more places for entertaining. This is much more personal, much smaller. A family.
Is it like a
breakfast
long
table.
table or like a round table or?
It's going
I'm
long.
on a phone,
There he is.
but my internet is terrible, and I don't know why. So, we're trying by phone. I gotta load back into Fantasy Grounds. It keeps dropping me.
Sure thing.
So there was moments where I was trying to be like quiet and like he's trying to process, and some of that was like maybe missed because the internet was also like, oh, can we even hear him? So
Yeah.
the concept was he didn't know how to respond, but eventually he would say something like, so we lose you, we look for you, I lose mother, and along the way you've lost your eyes but found yourself? Well, hi, Dad.
He abruptly stands up as you begin to talk and moves over to Rond. You're here?
Yeah, what happened?
He reaches out to pull you into a hug as he moves across the room, seemingly fairly well adapted. As he pulls you in, I ended up getting
disconnected.
Oh.
Said reaches across the room and does what?
He pulls you into a hug.
Okay.
Sorry.
He's probably. I mean, Grant's probably going to be starting like sob at this point, like disbelief, but like also like relief. There's a lot going on.
Sorry. When I got lost hunting the hill giants, I kept going. I eventually got a message from your mother that things have been rough. They kind of come to a head at the elves and get you and her back over here. We'd always talked about coming here if anything happened. I'm glad you finally made it. You've been my son. Yes, the eyes. Some damage from the fight hasn't healed.
Oh. He looks over to Thicket. Do you want to try to see if you can fix that? So, Dad, I have a friend, and it's gonna feel strange when he puts his hand on you. It's gonna feel like a paw, but it's okay.
We're doing greater restoration.
That's Ron's best guess.
Can I do like a vibe check on this
Sure.
guy and see like if he's genuine?
Yeah, go ahead and make a insight check into the tower. Both John and Thicket. He seems very genuine. As you can see, what seems kind of be, I believe, I don't actually know for sure, so correct me if I'm wrong or don't, whatever. But for whatever damage he seems to be referring to with his eyes, he is beginning to cry himself. As he holds Garand. Okay, if you'd like that. Gorgon had offered to bring me to Vacua, but I wanted to wait here until you or your mother came here. No, she's alright. Gorgon hasn't been able to get any kind of connection to her. Have you seen her? It sounded like you lost track. What happened? I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be talking a little bit in an accent. I need to fix this. What happened?
I don't know. She could have washed ashore and have amnesia. She could have drowned. She could have been rescued.
What happened? Did something happen while you were sailing here?
Yes, a great and terrible storm. And in the process, I met one of the Archons. Decim rescued me, I guess. And
The Archon rescued you.
I'm sorry?
The Archon rescued you. Surprised. Didn't realize they were You've been very active.
But it turns out there's quite a few that are active, and I've gotten on a few of their radars already, so that's...
Sound like your mother.
Yeah, I
Drawing
don't...
attention.
Yeah, you know, some attention is good, sure, but wait, so, Gran looks back to, Gorwin. Why didn't you tell him any of this, Uncle?
I felt it would be best to tell you. I didn't want trying to sailing off
Oh,
before you
no.
got here. I wanted an opportunity for him to see his son. I figured you would want to go together. I've already arranged. There's a ship prepared. It's ready for you when you need. A captain and all the crew has been on standby to take you back to wherever it was that the ship went down to try and look for her.
Okay, I mean, that...
We have to find her, at least to give her a proper burial, and to pull her spark. That's alright, it's a lot, son. It's a lot, son. Take a few minutes. I'm just happy to see you again.
Oh, yeah, in a manner of speaking, I suppose.
Something like it. Goran tells me you've become a bit of a hero. I think it when you do Greater Restoration, light glows and works over him, but you don't see any change.
Dang.
Well, Dad, you have to understand, we're in the process of trying to stop a terrible situation.
Yeah. I was
I
not too surprised my son
can't
wanted to be an adventurer.
It wasn't that I wanted to be, it was what I had to become. What I wanted was to go with Mom and find you. Not all this. I mean, I've been very fortunate to kind of make a new sort of family along the way, but now there's something bigger than that, bigger than what even I want. I can't just go and hope to find Mom so that we can gain the magic or whatever, like that. I can't know. She needs to be back here. We're a family.
I need to find her. Will you come with me to find her? You're the one who knows where it is. Do you need to save the world now? You can tell us where it is. I can begin to look with Gorwin's men until you return.
I can give you an estimate, I guess. I wasn't thinking about that at the time. And, when you're in a storm, it's hard to say. This just it all feels wrong.
What does? Mom being lost? Gwendolyn?
Yeah, I mean, why didn't you ask Uncle to send word? Why didn't, and he looks at Gorman, why didn't you tell him I had asked him to send word? Like, what has happened? Why is there any lack of communication here? If we're supposed to be a family, even...
I lack the sending spell. Not a skill I ever learned. It's been very occasional. On most opportunities, I've tried to get in touch with Gwendolyn. For a long time, we assumed she was the only one until I met you in Vacuo.
Then buy one.
And I didn't know how to... I didn't know you well enough
Gambit's
to
not
send
there.
cast the spell.
How could you think I was the only... How could you think she was the only one if you knew...
I didn't know you.
Like-
I couldn't cast sending to you.
No, but... Didn't we come here when I was a baby, Dad? Like a little one.
You did. But
So
not
so what?
I don't know you well enough. That's my understanding. I've not successfully cast the spell. I knew my sister, and I knew it would go through. Possible. Since then, we've been waiting on you. You would come soon. I told you your father was here waiting to see you. He seems to be genuine. You think he may be wrong. He seems a bit sheepish about not having done more, but he seems genuine about what he's saying.
Okay.
But I knew that she was still around, and if it had been, well, the different spells and time it took, we still have, I expect, another 8 months to find her and still make use of the resurrection spell. It had already been past the beginning. The time length for Ray's dead. I'm sorry I didn't do more, Garrod.
I guess Garand is at this point just going to try to think inwardly his best guess of where to try to tell them about where we were within relationship to how long we had left from Vale as we were getting ready to head to Lahar. So it would be like, I don't know if I'm going to draw this right or not, but like somewhere around there, like that's about the right direction. Is that right, Micah?
It would be somewhere within probably this circle.
Oh, so it was pretty early after we set out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I guess can I make a roll to maybe
Especially
make it
because
easier?
you washed up further up here.
Yeah. Okay.
So from an assumption, it was fairly early. Y'all had not gone too far out before it struck.
Okay. All right. So I guess that tracks because they wouldn't have expected the storm. They wouldn't have like left into a storm, and with Decim just coming there to like rebirth or whatever. I guess that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Plus, he was deposited from a river, based on what you know of the legend. He flowed outward into the ocean.
Okay. Do you want me to make a check to see if I can pinpoint it at all more to help out at all?
And make a history check memory to try and locate that or survival. Narrowed down location.
History will be better. I will use my boon of skill empowerment to give me full proficiency instead of half.
Okay.
So temporarily unlock this and give full to history. And then I will use a hero point for a mighty one. And Okay. And we will fix that back to half proficiency. And luck. Alright. So, there you go. There's my history to try to
That's
narrow down.
extremely good. With that and with the help of some of their people, you'll be able to narrow it down from there to from this space to a much tighter area based on where you were and when it would have struck, and where the rivers are coming from Vale to be. It looks like you would have been blown off course quite a bit, and somewhere within
Okay.
those sets of hexagons, that kind of 30-mile radius.
Okay. Then using their maps and their being a seafaring nation, I'm sure they have really good nautical maps and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Go over that with them then.
You going and doing so for a few minutes. As Goran brings them some of the maps and they begin to work with Jorik's help. I think take a quick 5-10 minute break here.
Yay! I was just thinking about hot chocolate.
Back to like 9-7-ish central. I gotta go feed a couple of animals. I'll be back. Hey, you hungry?
Yeah, I'm hungry. Feed me.
Speaking of feeding animals, I ordered a new cat feeder for my 2 cats so that they'll actually have their own individual bowls now.
Nice.
Got 2 sides and stainless steel bowls so that they won't get cat acne.
I'm back. Well, yeah, most people are needed. Guess we all needed the snack. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah,
So I have a
trying
really
to.
cool project. I'm starting soon.
Mm-hmm.
So my late grandfather was an amateur photographer in his younger days, and so my parents had upwards of 2,000 35mm slides that my mom wanted me to digitize.
Goodness.
Yes, yes. Thankfully, they're all in magazines, and my grandpa had a projector that still works, surprisingly, um, with an automatic slide changer. So I ordered a $60 DSLR camera from like 2010 from eBay today, and I'm gonna be spending a lot of time just like flipping through slides and taking photos of them.
Yeah.
And I have to slightly modify the projector because I have to because the best way to do it from what I've read is take the lens out of the projector, take the bulb out of the projector, and put in LEDs where the bulb was so they're not nearly as bright, and they just backlight the film, and then you use a zoom lens to actually take a shot of the film.
Mm-hmm. I think I understood that.
But it's really cool because actually I pulled the projector out the other day, and the slide, the slide changer, the automatic slide changer wasn't fully cycling. It kept getting stuck. And so I literally took the whole thing apart, took off the slide changer mechanism, and what was wrong with it was it had a 50-year-old O-ring as a belt on the motor. So it was just very loose. And of course the O-ring, to change out the O-ring, you had to literally take the whole mechanism apart. So I gotta learn how an automatic slide changer works. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad it was just it's like a standard O-ring. It wasn't like any special belt or anything.
I'm trying to play through work well. It's hard to get in the zone of a character I haven't really played. That zone and in this and all the emotion.
I will say that this is opening more questions than it is answering. So
Ah.
if that is the intent, then good job. If that is not the intent, then at least you know.
I guess it depends on the questions.
Goron doesn't understand why his father didn't ask for more help from Gorwyn to locate us. Apparently he knew to locate his wife, but he didn't think to ask to locate his son. And then why Gorwyn didn't, once he started to hear about me, in the messengers, why he didn't communicate with Friorg. Like, it's just not any of it seems like cohesive, consistent. It seems like from an outside perspective, it looks almost as if the dad is actually a doppelganger and has something wrong with his eyes, and that's how we'll know that he's a doppelganger. And he's really just a servant of this guy who's actually trying to figure out how to best take the magic for himself. So yeah, that's on an outside thing. Now, obviously, Goron's not wise enough to come up with any of that. He's just logical enough and smart enough to be like, why didn't they do anything that made at least a little bit more sense? But he's also overwhelmed with emotion, so he can't really process all of that.
Fair enough. There's a lot to it. And I could try to give reasons or things, but yeah, I think it's better to not. Let you come to whatever conclusions you'd like to come to.
No, run the game you want to run.
I would just say, sometimes Micah makes mistakes too.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're definitely all human.
Yeah. Not all the characters always act the way they probably ought to. But sometimes there's also just more things going on. But
yeah, it's all good. Like, I mean, he's going to realize that Thicket did actually cast a spell. Like, he wasn't fully, he clocked it in the back of his mind that it happened and that nothing changed, but he was also, like, trying to process and couldn't. So, there'll be some things happen in a moment, and maybe that will reveal some stuff, but maybe it won't, whatever.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there again.
I'm back.
Hello, back. I'm Micah.
I had the same thought when you said I'm back.
We're adjusting.
I was away from the microphone and couldn't make the joke.
Not sure.
I don't know.
Sam, are you here?
Yep.
She died.
Jackson.
In the arms of the angels.
Sure hope she's not dead.
That'd be an intense way to end a D&D session.
Yeah.
That would be.
Congratulations, your character found his blind father, but unfortunately now one of your real-life friends is now post-mortem.
That'd be rough. I don't know if we'd be able to continue the campaign. Like, what do you do when that happens?
No. Yeah, I don't know. That's, yeah. Could text or call or something.
I should ask her. I'm sure she's probably fine. Said she was making hot chocolate, so it might just be she's caught up talking to a family member.
Gotcha.
Caught up preparing the chocolate.
I feel like that was said in the tone of a joke, but I couldn't understand what you said because your mic glitched.
Caught up in procuring the chocolate. Oh, well, so we need just a second. I'm gonna go Refill my water. Top it up. I was really hoping she'd be back whenever. Alright, texture time.
Hi.
Hi, Echo.
Come here.
There she is.
That's her? She lives. Yay.
Hello.
Hello!
I forgot I was muted.
Ah, you were?
You disconnected.
Yeah, I got a little distracted.
On a sip of water.
Someone pulled out a gun while my brother was in Zaxby's. So I was listening to his eyewitness account.
That is wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a...
Yeah.
Well, that's gotten where?
Zaxby's.
That's intense.
Yeah. So I took a little
Zaxby's
longer.
is a chicken fast food chain down there in the south.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the context I was missing.
Also the kitchen caught on fire at the same time.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
That's exciting.
Yeah. A lot of big stuff happening in a small town. That's not small anymore. Let me into fantasy grounds.
I believe in you. In the meantime... as you're looking over the maps, taking a minute for your work, it says I'm sorry I didn't do more to find you. I'm sorry I waited.
By the way, this is being quiet, not knowing how to respond. So, just no. He's like, "All right, well, let me take a look at him." And he just goes over and just lifts off the bandage. He's looking. He wants to look at the eyes.
Lifting off the bandage,
or the blindfold. Sorry.
Lifting off the blindfold, you see both of his eyes have taken on kind of a white color. There is quite a bit of scarring around them, and it looks like potentially he might have been struck with some sort of blunt but more thin instrument, like a long mace or a shaft of a large weapon. But something a little more, like maybe like a spiked club, but a thinner type one, or long or a different part of it that potentially being grazed or something of that kind. There's a number of scratches and scars where it's been cut into effectively, along both of his eyes. Or the blindfold because it scares people sometimes. And they're tense. I wanted to wait here. I didn't want to risk being somewhere else when we got here. Potentially. Goran says there's a regeneration spell that could work.
Just to recap, the
Yeah,
greater restoration did not work.
Greater restoration did not work.
It did not.
Yeah. So greater restoration did not count. It did not consider it a loss of hit points or loss of ability score.
Based on the damage, make an Arcana check.
Okay, I can also investigate, but if it's medicine, I'm going to ask Thicket to help.
That's fair, medicine or Arcana, because you're thinking about the nature of the spells as well.
Yeah, so I'm going to go Arcana, and then I'm going to ask Thicket to do.
How am I doing with the detect magic ritual casting?
Yeah, so you'll be able to take a few minutes. You get a general magical energy from Gorwyn, the same type that you kind of get from Garand and his tattoos, coming from Gorwyn and his own. Gorwyn does seem to have a couple of magic items, his bracers, his belt, as well as his boots, all seem to be magical.
Hello. Oh my gosh.
Frioric has basically no magic on him. You're not getting any magic from Frioric. And there's occasionally you might get a little bit of magic, like you walk by a room that has a magic item in it. But from people that you're perceiving, that's all you're really getting. A couple of items on Gorwyn,
Okay.
Nothing from Frioric.
It's nothing that would cause this blindness.
Not that you can tell. It's not being caused by
Okay.
a spell.
Got it. Yeah, I'll do the medicine check. Do you want it in the tower or no?
Nah.
Lovely.
Yeah, we both rolled pretty well.
I think it doesn't get much with it. Garand, with yours, you come to the conclusion that the extent of the damage. So one of the things about Lesser and Greater Restoration, Lesser Restoration, which does more of the blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned, often has a bit more to do with more magical effects or more temporary things, and that sometimes will fail on someone who is like born blind, or in this case, has a level of damage to where the body itself can't maintain the effect, even if it was cast upon it. And so it's looking more like something like a regeneration spell.
Yeah, so just higher level magic.
Yeah, higher level magic to
Yeah.
regenerate the tissue and the material needed to heal.
All right, so one more
I'm-
thicket level. Got it.
I'm gonna start casting Commune with Nature.
Okay.
I want to see if there are any what's the term it uses? Influence from other planes of existence.
So you're focusing on for I'm gonna pull it up to make sure I know what I'm looking at here. Moon with nature. Knowledge of land within 3 miles and caves, other natural radius. Nature's we're not getting any influence from other planes, no.
All right then.
Well, that I know. I think it's pretty powerful, but he'll have to keep learning more to, I think, provide that for you. I can ask some others if they have access to it, and maybe we can get that quicker.
If
But
I'd been able to see, I would have found my way to casting Sending myself. Even if it took 100 tries. He didn't believe he was able to send you a message properly. He didn't know you well enough, remembered you well enough. I don't know quite how the magic works. I don't know if it was honest, if it was accurate or not, but he seemed true enough.
I don't know, Dad. Look, just make sure that if you do find a body, that you just wait and that we bring her back, and not trying to take her magic or whatever. I've heard good things and bad things about this.
Sorry. About whom?
About Gorwin. I've heard good things and bad things. And he hasn't been as forthright with me as I believe he could have been. I being the younger, shouldn't have to be the one to make all of these more intellectually astute observations.
You're right. Frankly, it was stupid of him to not make some better decisions. Some would explain things better to either of us.
I just don't understand. And I can't help as I would like.
Can you not? Can you not come with us? How pressing is this mission you're on?
Well, we're fairly certain that two things are going to happen. One, there's going to be an attempt of a coup against the Queen, and it will involve unleashing a lot of undead and a lot of grim into the world. So, unfortunately, it seems very important.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty bad. No time to spare them.
It seems not.
Find her.
And
Bring her back. I'm proud of you. the stories I've heard, you've fought back against lords and monsters, bringing justice where there was none.
We've tried. I've gotten even better at my instruments.
No? The songs I taught you. You should hear some of the sea shanties they've got here. Get the beat to them.
Maybe in a more relaxed time, I can appreciate that.
No.
Vicky, can you quiet down, please?
Sorry, is that a cat?
It's how the ritual casting works.
Nice. Good job. Good
Is your
job.
friend sacrificing a cat to cast a spell?
Yeah, you'd think so, but no, that's apparently just how he talks to the elements. Anyway, Tad, this is all a bit much. I can't really process. I've done what I can to help, and either Gorwin lays things out clearly for me, or at least teleports us to Schist so we can open up something for that. And
I know we can do that. He's told
otherwise,
a handful of times now. We'll do it. Even if I have to twist a song about his sister. But Gwendolyn.
I think I need to ask him a few questions.
If you'd like to.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll always like to. I'll hardly ever do well, but I'd always like to.
Can I roll one
That's the
too?
spirit.
Yeah, they can roll. Ronnie seems fairly emotional. I think every time he brings up Gwendolyn, he is on the verge of tears. It's holding it in, but this guy seems to be very attached to this person, Gwendolyn.
I just think I need a few questions. Dad, I love you, and I'm glad you're alive. If I ever end up in this situation, I will choose to handle things quite differently. And I hope you can understand that.
Yo. A very different person than he is. Mother never liked it for a reason. Not sure exactly what all the reasons were. Don't fully understand them. But she always found him to be a pain.
Grant's just gonna hug him one more time and then just leave. He's not even gonna say anything else, and he's gonna go try and find Gorwin now. Well, I'm sure Gorwin's probably trying to make plans or whatever, start setting the...
I love you, Grant.
And you, Dad. And yeah, he leaves at that. And he's trying to find Gorwin. He's like angry, crying, frustrated.
You find him back in the maps room. Yes, we'll end up, we get a couple of ships we can end up trying to dredge. Potentially casting, you can have the clerics come to cast water breathing. Send people down. Garand. Trying to narrow out a plan.
Lord Gorwin, I need a few moments of your time.
Of course. Privately then?
If you would like gods or family or anything else, it's your choice, but I need to speak with you.
I'm not worried. Whatever seems appropriate. Zane takes you out into a separate room, into a small sitting area. What's wrong? I mean, beyond all the things that are wrong.
Alright, you need to lay your cards out on the table. What do you really want? I have heard good things about you, I've heard bad things about you. I don't like the fact that I have to do this as the younger one. You should know better. You should do better. But that's not where we're at right now. And right now, I need all the cards on the table. I am not particularly well suited to political maneuverings and other aspirations. So tell me plainly, what is it that you want or need or otherwise?
Make a persuasion
Because
check.
how this has been handled.
Sorry?
Alright.
Make a persuasion check and an insight check, both into the tower.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I'll re-roll the persuasion for you.
Is Thicket coming along, or is this more private with Garand?
I would like to be there.
Yeah, Garan doesn't hold any of the messengers back at all. So anybody that's been like trying to like keep an eye on him, make sure that he's okay or whatever, is just following around because they don't know what else to do or whatever. Garan has not tried to exclude anybody a single time.
Garan gets a sense...
He hasn't tried to like, hey, but
yeah. Garan and Thicket both get a sense of hesitancy from Gorwyn. A level of concern, but something else there too. To be entirely frank, I do care about your mother. I want to see her back safe and sound. But... Did she ever tell you the story of the Bloodspark? Why we don't see each other very often?
no. Honestly, there was enough going. Everybody looking down upon myself and my father. I think that was just one more thing that she didn't have time to worry about.
Choice. She never did put as much stock in it as others did. According to the stories, the legends that's been passed down many generations ago. Many generations ago. There was a mage, a wizard. A seventh son of a seventh son, who imbued all the magic he had into these fine inks of blue. And imbued them into his son. His son gained tattoos. Concentration of magic. So it had succeeded in consolidating power. With each child after that, a new spark was created. And when time came, when their blood spark manifested, and he holds up his arm, their tattoos would appear, the markings. When they die, they can be removed and used by another, especially by those who carry the blood spark. It attaches to their own. Your mother and I are of that lineage. I don't know where the rest of it's gone. It was my own great-great-grandfather. His brother was the elder, was the one who took his father's blood spark. What I understand went off toward Mistral across the world. My own father ended up passing his down to me. And so I am of 4 generations. Right. I carry 4 generations of the blood spark in me, in addition to my own power. Your mother rejected it. Traditionally, there might be some kind of competition, or simply the eldest, depending on what the father decided. Or rather, the lineage decided. To pass the strength down to the next. I intend to pass this power down to Granger. And I will not take any threat of someone stealing that power from him.
Has someone tried to threaten him?
We've had people before. Old cousins. Even just mages who believe they could take the power and use it as it's not. It's difficult to attune to the magic if you're not of the blood spark, but it is possible. There's been infighting and blood spilled over this power. I've always been protective of it. Your mother is, as she says, wants her power to be her. Well, I've had to fight and kill to keep my lordship, to protect Granger. You don't seem like the type to search after him. I take what belongs to him. But still, I must be hesitant.
Why? No, of course I wouldn't do that. Are you kidding? I hope one day we get to hang out and be friends. Maybe go on a hunt or, like, fishing or surfing or something together. No, what?
I didn't know you.
No.
I still barely do.
Okay, why would I help strangers only to steal from my own little baby cousin? I think you live in fear, sir. That's not wise.
I pursue an abundance.
And I'm not particularly... So you should really take that.
I've been many adventurers who seem to help people, but when it gets down to it, are nothing but power and gold. Right?
Now, to be fair, it seems very difficult to come across in this world. I agree with that. I understand. But not to the point of hurting a loved one or relative.
Good.
That's... No, I would rather protect him from one of these would-be vandals. You really should reevaluate how you approach things. I don't know your history. I don't know how you were taught. Okay? But maybe you should go somewhere where you're hated just for being you. And then maybe you'll understand that there's a lot more important things than just a little bit of power.
Your mother thought the elves would be more welcoming. But it sounds like she was wrong.
I suppose it just depends on where father comes from. I understand that they had their own problems as well. Look, restore her. Help me restore my father.
If possible, if her soul will return, I have every intention of bringing your mother back.
You have nothing to worry about from me. Unless it turns out that you're a villain attempting to help overthrow the queen.
Insight check.
Can't wait to feel this. What?
And a persuasion check. Rob can't tell. He's
I keep forgetting.
He's caught in motion.
Yeah, of course.
I'd like to roll an insight check because Garand is very defensive of the queen.
Or
not
an insight
Garand.
check. Are you
John.
rolling an insight check on Garand or on...
On
Gorwyn.
Into the tower or no?
Garand. can't tell much. You're kind of blinded by the emotion at the moment. It's hard to read them.
Fine. Hopefully my persuasion was useful.
Maybe. I've had to protect people for a long time. I'd like to be where I am. Perhaps you're right, perhaps you're not. Maybe I've made the wrong decisions. I'll help you find your mother. Perhaps I should relax more. I get the sense I can likely trust you. I will do so. You, Gwendolyn, you're all welcome here, always. If there's any way I can help, I will. But forgive me if I have an abundance of caution.
I think you mistake caution for fear, and I think you might consider being more bold in choosing to trust from time to time.
Perhaps.
Regardless,
I won't take any risk of her person. Thicket. John, you can't quite tell. I mean, there's an element. There's anger and tension here for sure. Thicket, you can tell. He does have anger and fear. His pride seems to be hurt being called out like this, but he also seems to be like stealing inside of himself the reminder that everything he's done and doing is for a good reason, even if Garon doesn't understand it. Seems Goron himself is somewhat conflicted. Continue, Chris.
well, alright. Here's what I'm going to request. We need access to a large tree, and then I would greatly appreciate if you would teleport my friends and myself to Schist, if you have that within your capability.
Yes. Teleportation is one of the gifts I have. Sending is not, which is part of why I haven't been able to reach out to you as often as I'd like. As often as I would have liked to give for your work.
Yes, but you are the Lord of Lahar. I believe you have it within your purview to find someone who can facilitate that role for you. Regardless, I'm trying to meet you in the middle. You want protection for your son. Very admirable thing. I see him as family and would certainly protect him over anything else, lest he become some abominable soul that would dare to try to destroy people for fun or some horrible thing.
He doesn't have that in his heart. But I understand what you mean.
Well,
I expect he'll grow up to be a much better man than I. As we all hope our children will. But yes, I'll take you to Schist. Whatever else you need.
Not a high bar for sure.
Nope.
That's a good peanut gallery moment. I really hope that we can get past all of this, but please reevaluate how you treat people in your family. If you love your sister as much as you seem to, then you should also be able to trust her ability to raise her own child.
Persuasion check.
Also, you need to let me know if any of these
for our 20s because I want my action point back.
You have not gotten a 20 hidden, I don't think, but let me glance that. You did get a persuasion back a while ago, or at the start of the session. So you did get an nat 20 there.
Yeah, but that.
At one of
yeah,
these
that was
points.
okay.
It was when I had you roll in the tower. Is that
Oh,
the persuasion?
yeah. Well, one of the very first
proficiency back where Gambit was doing stuff. Looks
the
like
very
it's not
first
in-
one I started was a 20, but I can't see anything now because of the thing closed out a bunch on me. But it's fine either way. It's good.
Yeah. And Thicket, at some point you also got a 20. By the way. Not gonna tell you when. I expect you're right. When nothing was. Remind me a lot of her. There's a lot of you in, or a lot of her in you.
Yeah, it's about half. Yeah.
The ears would say so. I hear your whispers on the wind. Sounds like you're off gallivanting. Do you intend to take down another lord?
Yes.
I'm just curious.
Well-
I won't get in your way.
There's up to 3 that may be on the chopping block if you
Oh.
also.
I sure do hope my neck isn't on that list.
Not today, Uncle. Not today. And it's clearly he's laughing at this point to try to like bring a little bit of levity into the situation since it's been
Thicket-
way too tense for way too long.
Yeah, I think it would get the same sense that Gorman is like trying to pull out of it. That he does feel very persuaded and connected by Garand, and Garand seems to have left a mark of guilt, for sure, in the way that he's treated him and acted. Though Gorman, you also got the sense is too pride to admit it, and is also trying to bring a bit of brevity.
Out of curiosity, how do you feel about some of the Western cities and their lords?
That is beautiful.
Yeah, no, Dyke's great.
Where's my list of lords so I can make sure I get them all correct?
How do you feel about like? I'll just go up a list, and you just kind of let me know if any of those give you a rumbly in your tumbly, if you will. Tecton, Reef, Nace, Gosen, Kikinia, Basalt. Basically, I basically want to frustrate him so it doesn't tell him too much unless he already knows. And if he already knows, then it's going to be good. Or it's really bad, and we got to kill him right now.
Cyrilius, Tecton. He's an honorable man. Very traditional. But the merfolk always have been. Eisen is fair to his pirates, but he is unpredictable, dangerous, I'd say. As for Nace, I've never liked Sonata. He's asked me too many questions about the blood spark. Strikes me as something he wants.
I check.
What?
I can't. I want to insight check that, but I can't. I'm too far away.
Okay. Someone roll a d20. Yes,
I think she means Gambit's.
Well, somebody needs to insight check
Gambit's
that.
also too far away, so I guess you would be able to anyway. You're outside. You are sitting in a nice gazebo watching the warm rain.
Yep.
think he gets the sense
He's off
that
on a side quest.
Dorwin's not trying to hide anything. He does seem to have a distaste for Sonata. He seems neutral but positive toward Cyrilius. He finds Eisen to be... Gets sense he finds Eisen to be difficult, if perhaps unpredictable and dangerous. He means what he says in that respect. With Nace, he does seem to dislike Sonata. He has a suspicion of him. Megrog, I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him, and he's quite a large man. But he's also too occupied with his food, drink, and competitions to be a threat to anyone. Shara, she's brash, childish, strong, a bit stupid. Lord Goldenfang, image of her father. A good woman. And, Elgor, I haven't interacted with her all that much. She's a dwarf, in every sense of the word.
Does Garon pick up on typical elven disdain?
Make an insight check. It doesn't have to be in the top for this one.
Do I get like advantage or anything on this because of all the shenanigans, or no?
What shenanigans would give the advantage?
Just because elves tend to be one certain way about certain things, but
Because of your experience with elves? Yeah, go ahead and roll with advantage. Sure.
you go through. There it is.
Yeah, you get a general slight dislike might be part of the ancient rivalry, or the ancient difficulties between that she's, stern, short, brash, if a bit stupid.
Yeah. Well,
There we go.
it's good enough, yeah.
If
I'm
it's
curious.
any of the ones I expect over there, I would have no issue seeing Megrog be replaced.
Yeah, he might be on the list, yeah.
You had a different question.
I may have, but it's interesting to know that, which one do you say? Tazui?
Tatsui.
He was the one that...
Sonata.
Oh, right. I am totally lying, by the way, so if you want me to roll deception on
You
that
roll
roll,
deception.
or performance, yeah. Let's go 18. Is he going to go through? There it is.
There you go. Take a time to load into the chat.
Yeah.
Yes, not
So,
Tatsui.
yeah. It's interesting to know that he was curious about the whole blood kiss thing. That's spark, whatever we call it. Yeah, it's whatever. That kind of tracks with some of the things I...
The gift's not a curse, Gravand. Never forget that.
You say that, but if it's a lot... Listen, if it's caused a lot of bloodshed, if it causes you to live in an abundance of, we'll say, caution, to where you don't even trust your own nephew, maybe it's not the greatest gift. But that's a whole other story.
Yeah, fair.
The fact that he cares so much about it, though, that kind of tracks with some of the other things I've heard about him. Did you know that he was seen, basically gathering a bunch of, really powerful necromantic material somewhere in or around or under back? Yeah, a lot. Not like a little, like a lot.
I'd also heard something strange about how maybe that new fella in Sheer might be like his puppet, right? Like he's kind of like put him in there, right? Because that guy came out of nowhere. Turns out
Best
nobody
shot.
really. Yeah, that's the one. So yeah, there's a lot of really bad rumors floating around that guy. I'll tell you what, if I learn any more, maybe I'll send some information your way. Or if you want to, learn any more, you want to send anything my way, feel free. We work together. Maybe that can help to bridge this little gap between us. Yeah.
I get the sense you're very interested in Sonata. I will say, if
No,
you're
we
going
can
to do
always-
anything with him,
always,
be careful.
we can always add a fourth.
If you decide to take him on, be careful. Don't go to sleep inside the edges of a city. Anywhere outside, and he will have a much harder time manipulating any sort of dreams you have. It seems his power is relatively restricted. Something I've noted about him.
Yeah, see, everybody seems to know that, which makes me think that he specifically lets people think that that's true. Because if everybody seems to say the same thing, that sounds more suspicious than if only a few people thought that. But
You're wise, nephew.
no, Thicket's wise. I'll say I'm smart. I'm somewhat intelligent, but I've learned to start to read people in a different sort of way than I think the actually gifted people do. The ones who are better than me.
We have to find our own strengths and weaknesses. Figure out how to get around them.
I'm pretty sure that no one can beat my friend John and I performing. So I think that's a pretty good strength that we have.
It's all you.
I mean, you were there. Yeah. I have to say, I don't know if you heard me talking to Gorman, but I just heard me talking to my father, Gorman. But
I was about to say, it's strange to call your father by his first name.
Yeah. It's been interesting, drawing the attention of more than one Archon.
More than one.
Indeed. It turns out that Tria is quite a fan of music.
Interesting. I suppose that makes sense. From what I understand, she's a bit of a patron of Lady Lanairu.
That stands to reason.
The Lord of Laurel.
They was hanging out together. So, all right, we will. Yes, we would like a large tree that we can study for a bit, and then shortly thereafter, if you would be so kind as to teleport us to Schist, that would be greatly helpful.
You need me to try to get you closer to anywhere.
No, Schist is good. We, like I said, we have a few people on that angle, on that line, if you will, that we need to kind of look at. And that's a good central location. And if we have your tree, then we can come back here, start in Tecton if we need to, head the way up. It's kind of a more, middling ground, if you will.
I see. Well, yeah, it's any time today. I haven't used that magic yet. So, as early as you need to leave. You're also welcome to stick around.
Well,
I know your father would appreciate the company, even if you have some dangerous and pressing work to attend to. He's missed you quite a lot.
I have really missed him, but if I'm being honest, the emotional toll that has already taken place in my heart so far this morning is more than I was prepared for, so I might just want to process.
I understand if you
So, yes, I'll see what my friends wish to do, and I will tell a guard presently, and I will let you get back to planning the, hopefully, rescue excursion.
As he Puts his hand out. Shake yours.
Um,
I'm glad we've come to an
Goran will-
understanding of sorts.
Goran will grab it. Yeah. Please don't think of me as a threat, unless you are a threat to people. I hope that will suffice.
Good. As you are finishing up there, as some of the time went by. Outside, Gambit sitting in the gazebo. Rushes of wind and rain. You look over and you see a tall lady of green sitting nearby. I just had an idea for another game. That's where we'll end the session for the night.
What? Wait, what? I had to sneeze. What?
Gambit sitting in the gazebo, rain pattering outside, strong winds. You glancing around, you look back over, it's sitting at the other side of the gazebo. You see a tall green woman. I had an idea for another
great.
game. Let's roll in the session for the night.
Okay. Man, I had to sneeze at the worst time.
You did.
I did.
Yeah, trying to play people well. The right emotions can be difficult sometimes, I must admit.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially because you just got back from an awesome honeymoon to a bride. You're settling in. You're getting readjusted to things, etc., etc.
I am.
You know,
There's a lot going on.
It's all good.
Appreciate it. Hope you all are enjoying and learning a little bit more about Goran.
Yeah, it was quite the lore drop today.
Yep, Goran is part of a sorcerer lineage.
I'm only mildly less suspicious of Gorwin.
That's fair. It's okay to be mildly less suspicious.
I'm still very suspicious, but I can't see why.
Oh, I'm still definitely very suspicious, just like maybe 0.5% less suspicious now.
Instead of
I'm
being
just, like,
97%, you're 96.2%.
Exactly.
I just think he's like a masterclass liar. Like, he's making us like I'm waiting for the double cross.
Yeah. Also, the blood sparks remind me of the eyes in Naruto.
If I knew Naruto, I would definitely be able to agree with you or not.
It's just the fact that like
The
they can be taken
Sharingans.
out and like passed around. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You get because mechanically, like someone with a blood spark with the blood spark naturally can like
Right.
add to their tattoos with what's
Yeah.
passed down, but someone else, another mage, can basically attune to them as a tattoo.
That's cool. That's really cool. What do they look when they come out? They're just like a little like wet. Ew.
It
I don't
basically
wanna think
becomes a
about
blue
that.
ink. Basically
Ink?
becomes an ink. Yeah,
Okay, that's better than what I was thinking of.
it is a
I
lot
don't
more
even
like
know what
a
I was
tattoo.
thinking of.
Tentacle noodles.
I mean, I thought about
Yeah,
it being like a ribbon.
or just
but-
like a wet doily.
Ooh.
Well, that's how they're like the people at the fandom make the joke that the eyes in Naruto are like light bulbs. You just like take them out and put them in different people. Not how eyes work at all.
That's not at all how eyes work.
But the like anxiety of they can be stolen from you, so they like guard their power and are paranoid about it.
Yeah.
About people trying to take it.
Lots of people have died over this. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording then for the night, though. It was nice to see you all. We appreciate you. I'm glad I'm back. I look forward to next week. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.
I think I'm gonna